Hi everybody, and welcome to the show. We've got something super fun and honestly life-changing to talk about today. Picture this. What if the fruits of the Spirit found in Galatians 5:22-23 weren't just qualities we try to embody, but what if they were apps on your phone that you could actually use every day? Yeah, you heard that right. I'm talking about the ultimate spiritual app store. And spoiler alert, it doesn't need Wi-Fi. We're talking about love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And today, I'm going to show you how to download these apps, use them in your life, and maybe even share a laugh or two along the way. Let's get started. First up, love. Think of it as the OG social media app. You know how we're always scrolling, liking, and sharing on Instagram and Facebook? Well, love is kind of like that. Except instead of likes and followers, you're investing in real, meaningful relationships. It's about connecting deeply with others. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4 says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. So I was at the grocery store the other day, and the person in front of me had an entire cart full of kale. And if you know anything about kale, you know it takes forever to scan. So normally I would have been irritated, right? But this time I hit my love app, and guess what happened? Patience downloaded instantly. Instead of fuming, I just smiled and thought, it's okay, I've got time. Honestly, I walked out of that store smiling, not just because of the kale, but because I chose love over impatience. And that's the thing about the love app. It helps you take a step back and choose peace, even in those little moments. Next up is joy. Now, if love is the ultimate social media app, joy is the ultimate mood booster. Forget energy drinks, motivational quotes, or that third cup of coffee. Joy is that feeling of lightness that lifts your spirit when it feels, well, a little heavy. It's like a burst of happiness, no matter what's going on. Philippians 4 verse 4 says, rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. I picture joy like a mix of TikTok and your personal cheerleader. It pops up right when you feel meh and encourages you to see the brighter side of things. So here's a funny one. I was outside when my neighbor's dog decided to run into my yard and steal my newspaper. Again, normally I'd have been annoyed, right? But this time I tapped the Joy app. And instead of grumbling, I found myself laughing as I chased after this goofy dog, who clearly thought the newspaper was his prize. Here's a pro tip. Joy works best when you've got gratitude notifications enabled. Yep, even for stolen newspapers. So next time something unexpected happens, remember, tapping into joy can turn any situation around. All right, moving on. Let's talk about peace. Peace is like the meditation app for your soul. Life gets noisy. Work, family, traffic, bills, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But with peace, you have the ability to quiet your mind, even when everything around you is chaotic. It's your spiritual reset button. John 14 verse 27 says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I did not give you as the world gives you. Last week, I had a crazy traffic experience. Around here, traffic can get pretty hectic. I'm talking gridlock, hot sun, and my patience running thin. Normally, road rage would have kicked in, but I tapped my Peace app instead, took a deep breath, smiled at the honking horns, and said, it's okay, God's got this. Suddenly, the whole situation didn't feel so urgent anymore. Peace is always available. Whether you're sitting in traffic, dealing with a stressful email, or just trying to find a moment of quiet in a busy day. And the best part, it's totally free. No subscription required. Next up, patience. This is one of those apps that feels like it's constantly in waiting mode. And honestly, that's exactly what it helps to do. Wait. But not in a frustrated, stressed out way. It's the kind of patience that lets you relax, trust, and enjoy the process, whatever it may be. Ephesians 4 verse 2 says, "Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love." I was at the bank the other day, and the teller was moving slower than dial-up internet. Normally, I would have been so annoyed. But this time, I tapped my patience app and set it to all-day mode. And I found myself actually enjoying the wait. I ended up people watching, thinking about how patience really helps us embrace life's slower moments. Here's the thing about patience. It's a reminder that God's timing is always perfect. Even when it feels like the world is moving too slow, God is working behind the scenes for our good. So next time you're waiting, whether it's in line or for something bigger, tap into the patience and trust that the wait is part of the journey. All right, now we're talking about the dynamic duo, kindness and goodness. These are like the power-ups for your heart's operating system. Kindness is that immediate response when you smile at a stranger or give someone a helping hand. Goodness is the overflow of kindness into everything you do. Ephesians 4 verse 32 says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another. Forgive each other, just as in Christ God forgave you." And of course, Psalm 23, "Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life." I remember walking through the rain one day and I saw somebody struggling without an umbrella. Without thinking, I handed her mine. She looked at me like I was a hero. Honestly, I felt like I unlocked a secret level of the kindness app. And then the goodness app reminded me, do it without expecting reward. Kindness and goodness aren't about recognition. They're about the silent impact you make simply by doing what's right. So next time you have the chance to bless someone, do it. And do it without expecting anything in return. Now, let's talk about faithfulness, your spiritual Fitbit. Faithfulness tracks your consistency in your walk with God, your commitments to others, and your overall reliability. It's what keeps you grounded when life gets tough. Proverbs 3 verse 3 tells us to let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. I promised a friend I'd help them move, and of course, it started to rain. Normally, I would have been tempted to bail. But Faithfulness app reminded me, stick to your word. So I grabbed my raincoat, moved the furniture, and ended up with a great story to tell. Faithfulness isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. Whether it's sticking to your commitments or showing up for people who need you, this app helps you stay reliable, no matter the circumstances. Let's slow things down just a little here, because the next app works best when you're not rushing. Let's talk about gentleness. Now, gentleness might not sound exciting at first. It doesn't get a lot of hype in our loud, fast, opinion-filled world. But gentleness is like the soft touch setting on your phone. It adjusts how you respond, how you speak, and how you handle situations, especially when emotions are running high. Philippians 4 verse 5 says, "Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near." And I love that verse because it reminds us that gentleness isn't just about how we act. It's about who we represent. When we're gentle, people feel safe. They feel seen. They feel respected. I was playing a video game with one of my teenage cousins. Now, if you know me, you'll know that I'm a little competitive. Okay, a lot competitive. Normally, I'd be full-on must-win mode. But this time, I tapped the gentleness app. I encouraged her, laughed when I lost, and the plot twist, she actually beat me. And you know what? It still felt like I won. Because gentleness turned a competitive moment into a connecting moment. Gentleness isn't a weakness. It's strength under control. It's choosing to respond with grace instead of force, understanding instead of dominance. So next time you're tempted to snap, correct harshly, or push your point just a little too hard, pause. Tap gentleness. It changes everything. And finally, we've arrived at the app we all pretend we don't need, but absolutely do. Self-control. Think of self-control as the parental lock for your impulses. It doesn't take away your freedom. It protects it. It helps you pause before reacting, choose before indulging, and think before speaking. Proverbs 25 verse 28 says, "Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control." That's a powerful image, isn't it? Without self-control, it's like leaving every door and window of your heart wide open. Anything can come in. Anything can cause damage. Cookies sitting in a jar on the counter, calling my name. Normally, I'd be all in, no hesitation. But this time, self-control app activated. I opened a jar, took one cookie, closed it again. Now listen, this wasn't about denying myself joy. It was about choosing wisdom over impulse. And honestly, that one cookie tasted way better than 5 would have. Self-control shows up in big things, like managing anger, habits, and temptation. But it also shows up in small, everyday choices. And every time you choose self-control, you're strengthening your spiritual muscles. And when you step back and look at it, all these apps work best together. Love softens your heart. Joy lifts your spirit. Peace calms your mind. Patience steadies your pace. Kindness and goodness shape your actions. Faithfulness keeps you grounded. Gentleness refines your responses. And self-control guards your soul. They're not meant to be used once and forgotten. They're meant to run in the background of your life every day, every moment. So there you have it, your spiritual app store with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, ready to download into your heart today. Before we wrap up, a little blessing for you. May you wake up tomorrow with love overflowing, patience running in the background, and joy popping up in all those little moments. May peace guard your heart when life gets chaotic, and may self-control and gentleness help you navigate every curveball with grace. May kindness and goodness follow you wherever you go, and may faithfulness root you deep in God's promises. And while we're talking about rooting your life in God, if you don't yet know Jesus personally, I want to invite you. He's the ultimate download, the app that never crashes, never fails, and never expires. Romans 10 verse 9 says, "If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord, and you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved." If that's your desire today, right where you are, just pray from your heart. Invite him in. Let him transform your life from the inside out. I promise, it's the best app you'll ever own. Finally, I just want to say thank you for listening. Seriously, whether it's your first episode or your 10th, I'm grateful you chose to spend the time here with me. Keep these apps handy in your daily life. Share them with someone who needs a boost. And remember, God is always ready to update your heart. No Wi-Fi required. Until next time, keep your spirit charged and your heart app ended. God bless you all.